A huge cargo ship was caught in a storm at sea, and within seconds, containers began falling into the ocean. When a woman regained consciousness, she realized she was trapped inside one of the containers. Through a small hole, she could see the ocean outside. She quickly grabbed her phone to call for help, but it had already been damaged and was unusable. Watching another container sink into the sea filled her with even more despair. She even picked up a small knife, intending to end her life. But when she thought of her unborn child, she found the strength to live. The next day, she discovered seawater pouring in through the hole. Using the few items she had, she scooped the water out, temporarily surviving. But as night fell, a greater danger awaited. Trapped inside the container on a stormy night, the woman eventually gave birth to her baby. That new life gave her hope to carry on. A few days earlier, in her country, there had been plans to slaughter the elderly, women, and children. To escape, Xiaomei and Dazhuang had turned to a smuggler to flee abroad. But during the journey, they were separated. Dazhuang was placed in another container. On the way, the truck carrying them was stopped at a checkpoint. The driver tried negotiating with the guards, but they refused. The container was opened for inspection. Seeing the stowaways inside, the guards ordered them to be executed. Everyone inside was killed. Xiaomei, however, had hidden silently on top of some crates and survived without making a sound. By then, she was the only one left inside her container. Eventually, it was loaded onto a cargo ship. But that night, a violent storm struck, and the container was thrown overboard. That's when the movie's opening scene took place. Inside the drifting container, Xiaomei struggled. She didn't have enough milk for her baby, so she ate all the remaining food to feed her child. Then, she picked up a drill, hoping to cut open a hole in the container to escape. After 2.5 years of trying, the drill finally ran out of power. Just as success was within reach, disappointment struck again. Desperate, she checked her phone, but it was still broken. She broke down, throwing things around, only to stumble upon a multi-tool knife. That discovery rekindled her hope. She began sawing and scraping at the metal, even as her hands blistered and bled. Just when she was about to succeed, the knife snapped in half. The next day, mustering all her strength, she finally managed to break open a skylight in the container. Using the earphone cables inside, she wove a fishing net, solving her food problem. One day, she spotted a seagull. Its appearance made her realize that land was near. Hope surged once more. She pieced together a makeshift raft with the limited materials she had. After drifting through the night, she was finally spotted by a passing fishing boat, and rescued. With that, the film comes to an end.